Good Monday morning, meaties. Welcome to your weekly live stream of horror news and channel updates. I'm your host, James A. Janice. Thanks, Macy, for being the first one in the chat. Thanks, Game Dog, for calling me out on being late this morning. I'm a little late. Got a lot going on this morning. Once again, we've got some lighting being installed. We've got our kitchen being painted, so there's just workers about. There's the chance I'll have to be summoned away from this desk. With a Bucky's shirt. That's right, Michael. Social media coordinator Michael in the chat. I got a little Bucky Beaver on my shirt. A fan gave this to us. Wonderful fan whose name escapes me right now. I apologize. But he and his dad gave this shirt to us recently, this past year, after initially meeting us in 2019 when we stood in line to meet Heather Langenkamp for the first time. It was a very long line, and we were there standing behind him and his dad, and we just chatted with them the whole time. They were really nice. They talked about Buc-ee's, and they remember it because it was the first time that we met Heather, who wound up officiating our wedding. So they were like, oh, it's cool to be there at the beginning, and then they came back, saw us at a convention this past year, gave us a Bucky shirt as a reminder. It's really nice. Wish I could remember the name. I apologize so much. It was one of those cases where they were like, they'd grown up so much in that time. Mug of the day. Lose the cat, come to do no good. One of my favorites. All right. Let's get through some news so I can get back to house duties. First up, we've got a new Purge film in the works by franchise creator James DeMonico. DeMonico has written all of the Purge films and ran the Purge TV series. He also directed the first 3 Purges before handing off director duties to other people for the films that he's written. I'm down for another Purge, dude. I like the Purge installment, or the Purge franchise, of which there are 5 installments currently. The Purge Anarchy, Election Year, the First Purge, and the Forever Purge. I think Anarchy and Election Year are probably the best. Think so. But I also enjoyed the First Purge and the Forever Purge. I didn't see the TV show, Lily. I heard it was good, I think. I think people said the second season was better than the first, maybe. Thanks, Omerso 2030. Appreciate that. Oh, you know what? For real, even after suffering through the kill count. I mean, listen, the kill count's a lot of body counting in the background. That's fine. I can enjoy movies separately than how they impact me when it comes to work. Social media coordinator Michael is saying, make sure y'all show off your calendars with hashtag CountYourDays2026. That's the Dead Meat calendar, which I don't believe... Some of my figures were knocked over. When did this happen? Who did this? Who did this? What caused this? To what end? Oh no. Herbert West fell down? Blue? I think it was Blue's fault. Beta fell down all the way to the ground. I don't even remember where these shot glasses came from. I think a fan made them and gave them to us. They're pretty cool. Elm Street with a little Freddy on it. 13th with a little Jason on it. Where'd they go? Here? I don't even remember where those went. Oh, and of course, the first edition of the VHS cover made by Dark Moon Home Video. This is years ago, and then I just got the new one. This one's super cool. Because this one has... It has even like a little tape in there. And you know what, dude? You could put your weed in there. It does not play. This is a plastic resin case. Plastic or resin, I don't know. That lives there, though. Oh, you can't see it because of Belial. Belial's blocking it. That son of a bitch. Okay, back to the news. So yeah, new Purge movie. No details about what it's about. Oh, except that it looks like Frank Grillo as Leo Barnes might be coming back. I remember there's this weird time zone, or not time zone, time jump thing happening between Anarchy and Election Year, where it's like, right? I go into it in the kill count. I don't remember the details, but they're like years apart, but he looks the same. I don't know. But apparently he might be coming back. Which made me hope that maybe his girlfriend would come back from Election Year. Maybe, but I guess it doesn't sound like it. The presidential candidate doesn't sound like she's coming back, because instead he says we create some real great female heroes in this one. Some real warrior women come forth here in a way that we haven't explored on Purge Night. Oh, and he's co-writing it with his wife. So that's fun. Well, thanks, Selena. Anything for Selena's. Scream Factory is giving us a 4K Blu-ray of Day of the Dead, the most underrated of the Dead film in the trilogy. Love this movie so much. I think it fucking rules. Love the vibe of it. Love the music. And now a 4K release is coming, which is exciting because apparently they thought that the original negative of the film had been lost. But I guess someone found it. Maybe someone was going through a garage sale. It was like, hey, wait a minute. See that hey, thanks, Andrew. Oh, Dead Meat board game. I mean, easiest thing would probably be I've thought of this before. The easiest thing would be a card game. Kind of like, I don't know, kind of like, what's the best comp? There's that superhero one, there's Exploding Kittens, but basically one where you get cards where you have a victim, you have a weapon, maybe you have a scenario, and then everyone tries to make a kill, a horror movie kill, and then one person determines which one gets the golden chainsaw. What games are like that, where it's like everyone's pitching a thing? Oh, what's it called? The Cards Against Humanity. Exactly, yeah. I think it'd be something like that. Thank you, Jolan Sabedi Sedal. Purge movies, less than subtle commentary. What do you think this next movie will take jabs at? I don't know. I feel like it's already jabbed at everything. We're still in that world that these later Purge movies came out during, you know? Super Fight, little bit. Super Fight is more like a head-to-head thing, right? As opposed to a bunch of people doing things. Hoagie in Belial's hotel room with a chainsaw. Oh my god. Hoagie can't handle a chainsaw, dude. Anyway, Day of the Dead Blu-ray 4K. Pretty cool. Pretty exciting. Oh yeah, did you see the Rosebud sled sold? And you know who owned it? Mr. Joe Dante. Just sold it for almost $15 million. How long has it taken the article to mention Joe Dante's name? Because to me, that was the most interesting part of this story. It was given to him for free. That 15 milli was all profit, dude. I guess this particular example had been owned by movie director Joe Dante since 1984. So I guess in 1984, they were like cleaning out a warehouse or some shit. He stumbled upon it while filming on the former RKO lot, and they were going to toss it. Because, like, movie props as a business, as a collecting thing, it's relatively new. It definitely wasn't as big of a thing in the 80s, and definitely not when they made Citizen Kane. So it never would have been the thought to, like, put that prop aside for future posterity. So I guess it was about to be tossed when Joe Dante got it. He quietly preserved it and even included it in some of his own movies. And now he just sold that thing for 15 milli, dude. Good for him. If anyone deserves it, it's Joe Dante. Thank you, Heyo346. Little diversion there. That wasn't horror news, but it was fun news, right? Black Swan getting an IMAX re-release for its 15th anniversary. I haven't seen this movie since it came out back in 2010, because I try to watch all the Oscar-nominated movies every year, or at least the Best Picture nominations. This one was nominated for Best Picture. Also, I've had a lifelong crush on Natalie Portman, so that drove me to watch it, and good movie for Natalie Portman fans in there. I haven't seen it since. I really want to, though, because I love Aronofsky. He does some weird shit. I remember this movie being creepy. So maybe I'll try to catch it on IMAX when it plays on over 200 screens on August 21st and August 24th. If you want to see this thing on the... It has a Perfect Blue homage. That makes sense, because I watched Perfect Blue and I thought of Black Swan for sure. I named my oboe Mila Kunis because of Black Swan. That's fun. Perfect Blue kill count would be sick. And I would love to do it if we didn't have such bad experiences with copyright strikes when it came to some East Asian properties we have tried to cover in the past, such as Train to Busan. Other countries have different copyright laws than the US and different ways of dealing with perceived copyright violations. So, I would love to do Perfect Blue. I'm not an anime fan. Every time I try, I don't like it. Just something doesn't click with me. But Perfect Blue, huge fan. Loved it. It's the Cowboy Bebop of anime movies for me. The one where I'm like, that one I like. Now this I like. Hey, P-Man, I'm gonna give you one warning in the chat there. You keep spamming. I'm gonna mute you from the chat. This is your one warning. Do you feel we have enough Purge movies? Dude, you know, we can always throw in more movies. Whatever. Can you ever have enough of a franchise? You know what? Actually, speak of the devil. Yes, you can. We're having a new Amityville movie. Let's see the unofficial list of Amityville movies. Works based on the Amityville haunting. Ah, my finger's getting tired, dude. Jesus fucking Christ. What was this, like 50 or 60 of them? So what is this? Film series? And then independent releases? Dude, these are all since 2011. Actually, these, except for 2 of them, are all just from the past 10 years. This is dumb. That's fun. Amityville AI, Amityville Void, Amityville VR. Once Upon a Time in Amityville. God damn it. These are so fucking stupid. I think other people have done it, so it's not that interesting. But if I had all the time in the world, it would be great to just... Would it be great, or would it be interesting to just sit there and watch all of these and rank them all? So what? This is the series. Is there an official series, which is this? How many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They gave up counting after 4. That's an early time to just drop the numbers, man. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Apparently 12 in official series, whatever that means. Stupid. Anyway, we have a new one coming out. The only reason that I'm not rolling my eyes at this is because the team behind it is pretty good. Thank you, Jolan, again. Last time I heard of Amityville was from the opening scene of Conjuring 2. Yeah. I've never been a fan of the Amityville. Well, you know what? It's that first movie. I just fucking hate that first movie. I think it's so goddamn boring. Every time I have to watch it, I'm so sad. The last time we watched it was to do a commentary track with me, Chelsea, and Chauncey for the WeTransfer element of Production Tales from Hell. It was like a bonus content for people. And I was so sad when I realized I had to sit there and watch that fucking movie. Because God, does it suck. I'd be curious about the pronounced Amityville. Not Amityville. Amityville. You know what? There are variations of the way people talk. It's the wonderful world of accents and dialects. So, whatever comes out of my mouth is just how we say it in Metro Detroit. Okay? That's my excuse. Amityville, this newest one. Someone said Amityville 2 is good and sleazy. I'll have to check that out. I do hate people correcting my pronunciation, ramen noodles. Because it's like a thing where you're trying to talk and just have a conversation, maybe get a point across, and someone's like, actually, you know, it's pronounced this way. I'm like, were you just waiting to say that the whole time I was talking? Did you hear anything else I said, or were you just like... Amityville, made by Deadstream's Joseph and Vanessa Winter. The married couple who brought us, Deadstream, and the VHS segment To Hell and Back. Fantastic segment there. Fantastic movie, Deadstream. Fucking rules. If you haven't seen Deadstream, I think it's on Shudder. Hilarious horror comedy about a canceled influencer trying to win back his audience by staying in a haunted house overnight. Very Evil Dead-esque. Good stuff, dude. They seem like very nice people. I think they live in one of the Four Corner states. I forget if it's Utah. I think it's Utah. So I've never met them in person, but we've chatted online. They're doing Amityville, and it's being produced by Boulder Light and Divide and Conquer. Companies that have done a lot of really cool stuff, especially Boulder Light. They did Barbarian. They're doing Weapons. They did Companion. A lot of good movies under their belt lately. Thank you, Augie Kelly Hyperkid. Can't wait for the deep sea monster flick Calamityville horror. That's fun. That's good. That's good fun. I like Calamityville horror. The mollusking. Wait, Ari Gonzalez is tagging Ben Bellevue in his message. Is Ben in here? I didn't see any messages from Ben. Oh, Ben is here! Ben is in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Brand manager and producer Ben Bellevue, without whom these live streams would not happen. Sends me his collection of articles every Sunday. I usually read them Sunday night and Monday morning. And ignore some of them. Oh, and also happy birthday to Michael, social media coordinator Michael. It was actually yesterday, but we can pretend it was today. That's fine. I unfortunately missed Michael's birthday celebration on Saturday. My friend, who has been in Korea for the past year plus, is visiting, and so I went and saw her and our little friend group instead. Went and did karaoke. I wasn't even supposed to go to karaoke. I had work to do. But I couldn't say no. Couldn't say no, man. Couldn't say no to singing The Bad Touch. Singing Intergalactic. Singing Sex Laws. Singing Starman. It was a real nice night. Got back from that like midnight. I was up till 4 working that night. Have I seen Superman Rebel Review? I haven't. I really want to. I don't know if I'll have the time, man. We're going to Comic-Con for 2 days this week. We're hosting an event this weekend. So I don't know if we'll have time to go see it, because I really want to see that. I really want to see Jurassic World. We should see it at Comic-Con. Yeah, Ben's going down to Comic-Con with Chelsea and I. We'll be there Thursday and Friday. Just those days. We'll be pretty busy, though. Got a really packed back-to-back schedule. Do I think the new Saw movie will come out this year? Probably not, right? Haven't heard enough news on it to come out. Yeah, there's no fucking way, dude. They haven't started production, have they? If they wanted a movie to come out this year, they would have had to start production. Even with the quick turnaround with Saw, they would have had to start it like in April, March. So there's no way. There's no way we're getting a Saw 11 this year. What did I think of I Know What You Did Last Summer? I'll talk about that later. Let's get through these news stories. Peacock cast Jason's actor. It's Calum Vinson, who was in the Chucky series. Was he that one kid in the Chucky series at the start of season 2? Was he that one kid? No way that kid's tall enough. Okay. Very memorable part in Chucky. Oh, season 3? Was it the beginning of 3? I found this interesting, though, because this is the Friday the 13th. It's a prequel series. It's focusing on Pamela Voorhees, as played by Linda Cardellini. Pamela is believed to be a mother who gave up a singing career to raise a special needs child and takes a dark turn when she loses her son. I also love this description of the Friday the 13th series. Jason Voorhees drowned in the lake as a child, which led to his mother's killing spree at the camp. Jason witnessed his mother's decapitation. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Jason drowned, but then he saw his mom decapitated. It doesn't make sense. Anyway, this series is going to be focusing on Pamela, but they announced some other casting news. This guy, Nick Cordileone, pronouncing that awfully, I'm sure, has been cast as a character named Ralph. Of the crazy variety? Perhaps. We may have a crazy Ralph. And then these two young hotties just looking to get killed are cast as Claudette and Barry. Anyone who's rewatched that kill count should know that they're the first 2 victims. They get killed right in the beginning of Friday the 13th. Claudette throws a box at the camera. I love how the character Barry Jackson appeared in the original Friday the 13th film as a camp counselor and famously Pamela's first victim. Yes, so the infamous Barry. The very famous character Barry Jackson. You know, when I talk about Friday the 13th, it's hard to escape just the gravitational well produced by the character Barry Jackson's aura. Every time I try to talk about Jason, or Pam, or Tommy Jarvis, everyone just always wants to bring it back to Barry, dude. Glad he's Glad he's going to get another highlight in this series. I think there'd be protests against this series if it wasn't for... They didn't include Barry Jackson. Famously Pamela's first victim. Her first on-screen victim. Because didn't she, like, poison some people prior to that? Thanks, Lewis Ward. Glad you're finally watching the podcast. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. We just filmed the Jigsaw episode. Dude, I'm telling you, man. I forget how the Saw 6 episode is. But Saw 3D and Jigsaw are, like, just silly times, dude. They're not fall out of my chair silly, but they're good times. And thank you, Pascal, from the German fan base. Thanks a lot. Appreciate that. Adrian Palicki will star in a horror thriller film called Remote. Sometimes when it's just someone's cast in a new movie, I skip it, but I am interested in this story, and I thought maybe some of you would be too. Thank you, Edward Collins. Who could forget Barry's famous line, "Well, we were just messing around." You know what, though? That guy, this guy looks the part. This guy is like the 2021 version of that guy from the original movie, for sure. Anyway, this movie, Remote, you know what? Is it going to be a Screen Life movie where it all takes place on a screen? She's a woman who's been living alone in a 30-foot trailer for the past 7 months. Remote work video conferences, and she uses a website where users share webcam streams of the views from their windows. She witnesses a murder on one of these cameras and must rely on her wits and computer skills to discover the identity of the killer before they can find her. Sounds like Rear Window, but Screen Life. Maybe it's not Screen Life. Maybe it's just a traditionally shot film, but this sounds to me like it'll be a Screen Life film, right? Even if it's not, it sounds like, you know, ring light Rear Window. So, I just wanted to flag that. Sounds kind of cool. Oh, it wrapped filming and is in post-production, so we'll see it sooner than Saw 11. The Walking Dead Dead City is renewed for Season 3. This is one of the Walking Dead spin-offs. Is anyone watching this? Is this any good? Because this is the one with Negan and Maggie. And apparently in Season 3, Maggie and Negan finally put aside their differences to build the first thriving community in Manhattan since the apocalypse. They put aside their differences? Their differences? Hey, Negan, I know that you bashed my lover's head in with a baseball bat, but yeah, I've been thinking about it, and we can just smooth that over, right? And maybe, I haven't seen this. I stopped when that moment happened, as did many people. So maybe they've earned it. Her husband. I said lover because I wasn't sure if there was a marriage ceremony in the post-apocalypse. Her husband. Thank God for Stephen Yeun, though. It happens in the comics. I don't fucking care. That doesn't make it good. She was pregnant too? Stupid. And again, I haven't watched it. Maybe they earned it. I have a hard time believing that fucking shit. Do they ever wind up romantically in the comics? Like together, Maggie and Negan? Did they ever get together in the comics? Thanks, Augie. Ramen Noodle said no. Not at all? Okay. Don't say no with a bunch of O's as though like it's unheard of. Are you kidding me, dude? You think the show runners haven't discussed that possibility? You think that it hasn't been breached in the writer's room of like, I know it doesn't happen in the comics, but like, should they maybe fuck? They've definitely fucking talked about it. They hate each other until the end in the comics. Well, sounds like in season 3 they're going to put aside their differences of him bashing her husband's brains in with a baseball bat. Stupid. That's absurd to me. Why are they physically together? Why are they in the same proximity as each other? Why would she be anywhere near him while not stabbing him in the face for bashing in her husband's brains with a baseball bat? I missed a lot of good stuff when I quit watching it. Did I, Michael? Did I miss a lot of good stuff when I quit watching The Walking Dead in like season fucking 7 or whatever it was? He's saving her son. There's no one else. There's no one else in this world who can save her son. I just don't understand it. You should look up all the changes the show made if you really want to get pissed off. I got far. I got to the what season opens with Negan killing releasing Steven Yeun from his contract so that he can make good movies and be nominated for awards. That was 7. Okay. So I only watched that first episode. Cuz 6 ends with like, who am I going to get? And then 7 opens with Abraham and then also Glenn. After Glenn like hung out under a dumpster for half of 6 or some shit. Ah, God, that fucking show. Thanks, Jolin, again. Stupid. All right. Aaron Taylor Johnson. Someone asked, did I miss the Aaron Taylor Johnson news? I'm glad that thumbnail pulled someone in. All it is that he is going to be starring in Robert Eggers' next movie, Werwulf. That's how I read it every time I see it. Just Werwulf. Looks like Lily Rose Depp might also be popping into that film. Both of them were in his Nosferatu, which made fucking bank. Nosferatu made 180 million worldwide. Man, that's cool. That's so fucking cool that this weird, horny vampire period film made that much money. Good release date. That was part of it. They nailed it with the Christmas release. But so many horror films would kill for that gross, dude. So we'll see what Yeah, it's not the best picture of Lily. It's not the best picture of Lily, who in my 10-minute interaction with her in person when we interviewed her was a lovely person. She was very kind, very attentive and present with us. Didn't seem like she was, just waiting to be done. So, wonderful person. Not the best photo here. This doesn't have anything to do with horror, really, but I've been following it because Subnautica, the first one, is one of my favorite games of all time. One of the best gaming experiences I've ever had. And if you follow it at all, you may not be as excited for Subnautica 2 as you were a few months ago, just like I am no longer as excited because the developers who made the first game were ousted because this company, Krafton, bought their company, Unknown Worlds, and then forced out the studio's co-founders who made Subnautica, and then they pushed the game to next year, which is maybe to avoid paying the developers $250 million. I don't know, man. It's a bummer. I've also heard that it might do like a live service type thing for Subnautica 2. I don't know if that's real or not, but fuck, man. It's a damper. The Subnautica fan base is very sad about it. Just sounds like Krafton is a company that, did this. Mortal Kombat 2 trailer? Listen, we filmed a trailer reaction and breakdown to it, okay? Chelsea and I filmed. It was her first time seeing the trailer, too. So you get to see her live, uncut reactions to the Mortal Kombat 2 trailer. And then we go through it. We break it down. We filmed for 45 minutes. I don't know how long the final edit will be, but I'm hoping someone's editing it right now. And we'll get it out as soon as we can. I am so excited for Mortal Kombat 2. I think it looks fucking awesome. It looks really cool. Can't wait for that. The CGI was so bad. Whatever. What's CGI? Splitting the little noob Cybot clone down the middle? That looked bad. But whatever. And finally, Alien Earth, which I'll be seeing soon. There's a lot of stuff involving this at Comic-Con. Says it won't use any CG for the Xenomorph. So that's pretty cool. They're going 100% practical. They said for the Xenomorph and for the facehuggers. They said that it'll feature more Xenomorph action than any of the movies that have come before it. I'm pretty interested in this series. I'm curious to see. You would have cast me as Johnny Cage, Augie. You would have been fired from your job for that. I do not have the physical capabilities to play Johnny Cage, but I thank you for that. Thank you for that misplaced faith. Thanks, No Name. I appreciate that. Okay. I think that's the news for the horror stuff. So, Dead Meat news. We got a double hitter this week. Got a podcast on Wednesday, Saw 6, one of the best Saw movies. It's fantastic. It's the healthcare one. As we continue into the back half of Hot Saw Summer, really appreciate everyone's response to it, everyone's engagement with it. People making fan art, people posting memes. It's been a lot of fun over on the Dead Meat subreddit. It's even leaked into the official Saw subreddit as people make in memoriam pictures for Detective Singh go into the great grill in the sky. It's been so much fun. It's been so much fun. We're going to be sad when it's over. We're doing Spiral, yep. We filmed the Jigsaw episode. That means we got to watch Spiral next. And then Saw 10. The Saw 5 podcast episode has one of the greatest moments in Dead Meat history. I'm just going to say it. I don't think anyone would dispute that if they've seen it. The grill is now Saw canon. Yeah, it really is, dude. That's where Sing wanted to go, man. We should have gone to the grill. Yeah, I love someone being like, I would have cast you as Johnny Cage. Cut to me flailing in my chair as it falls over backwards, unable to redeem it and save myself. I saw a couple comments being like, he just threw himself back in the chair intentionally. Yeah, dude. I committed to that bit. No, you... I, like, felt it start to fall and tried to... This is where you fall down! Dude... Oh, I need to cut together that. I need to cut together Johnny Cage saying, this is the part where you fall down. Cut to me in the chair. Oh, Ben, you're in here, and Michael, you're in here. Can we get the 4-cam cut of the fall? Where it's all 4 cameras as the moment happens, so we can see Chelsea and Gressel's reaction and the wide and the close-up. Just in like a security cam array, you know? I want to see that. Let's milk that moment a little more. And the Johnny Cage thing. Maybe you can make that, Michael? I forget, does he, yeah, he says it in the first movie. He doesn't say much at all in the second movie. Oh, he's on vacation? Fuck. Why do we offer vacation? How long's Michael off for? Why is he in here then? Some vacation, he's hanging out on a fucking live stream that his boss is doing on a Monday morning. Cool vacation, dude. When's he back? He's back on Wednesday. That's so late. Ben, can you do it? Yeah, Michael's moving. He's moving homes. James, how much is all your stuff? I don't know, dude. I bet the insurance company wonders that, too. I have, like, videos on my phone that are 5 gigs large. Because when the fires were happening, someone was like, make sure you record everything you have for insurance purposes. I just looked around and was like... and just took my phone and just, like, went shelf by shelf. This is the smallest section of the the memorabilia and collections, man. It's everywhere. Worth 1 Rosebud sled. No, not quite, not quite. We got a kill count this weekend, too. Or this week. On Friday. Hell of a Summer. Anyone see Hell of a Summer? Apparently, the places we said you could watch it in the trailer aren't true. Sorry. We'll see. We'll see how it does. There were a lot of requests for Fear Street Prom Queen, and I think that underperformed a little bit, so I'm like, I don't think Hell of a Summer is going to do well either. So, I'm thinking of opening up requests. Not in live streams, because then that just floods the fucking messages, and I can't read actual things. But maybe just telling people they can leave comments on kill counts with what they want to see. I don't know. Because no one's taking the time to email. I feel like fucking young people don't even have email. Or they're like, can we do Discord instead? Like, no, you motherfucker. But, oh, slap Finn Wolfhard's face on the thumbnail. It might bump. That's right, Ben. Oh, hey, Josh is here, too. Google lied to me again. Sorry, folks. Oh, use Just Watch. Yeah, you got... Oh, dude, don't trust Google. Google's gone to shit, dude. Google's little AI answers of like, oh, you can watch this movie here. No, fuck Google. They don't know shit. They took out the do evil mandate. Google is contractually allowed to do evil now, man. We can't trust them. Yeah, use Just Watch. Anyway. Yeah, I'm just curious. The difficult thing is that, like, I just feel like so many different people want different kinds of movies covered on the kill count. Some people just want to see, like, the new stuff. Some people just want to see the old slashers, like me. Some people want to see, like, horror classics. You can't please everyone. So, is Bing my search engine of choice? No. No, I still use Google. What's the DuckDuckGo one or whatever? That one apparently is better for privacy concerns. I don't know, dude. Thanks, Atomic Shock Gaming. I appreciate that a lot. Oh, big ol' splash in Belial's basket there. I've definitely emailed asking for trauma movies, Gracie. Nice. Hell yeah. I want to say do what you want. I try to. You know, I try to keep it mixed up. But I realized that, like, Fear Street and Hell of a Summer back-to-back are kind of the same type of movie. New movie, not that notable. I did Fear Street because it seemed to be requested in comments. I saw a lot of people asking for it. So I was like, okay, I'll do Prom Queen. I did Hell of a Summer, honestly, just because it was easy. I watched Hell of a Summer, like, while I was working out, and I was like, oh, this is a real fucking easy movie to do a kill count for. And because sometimes we need an easy one just to make things lighter workload-wise for editors and writers and everything, so I was like, listen, Hell of a Summer, I can knock out that script real fast. It'll be kind of short, so it won't take as much time from the editors. That's why we chose that, was just to do, like, an easier thing. But moving forward, maybe I won't go for the new movies that are mid category, I guess. I don't know. We're trying to figure it out, man. I remember you doing Maniac when you did just to do an easy script. No, Maniac, it was an easier one to cover, but it's also like, this is a classic that needs to be covered on the kill count. Like, that's always been on the list. Hell of a Summer, not a classic. Doesn't need to be covered on the kill count. I did it just to give us a lighter workload for that week. Thank you, Gavin Moon. Really appreciate that. And thank you, Vicky Screams, our dear Vicky. Live show in Manchester yet? Nothing yet. Nothing yet. I have Fear Street 1 through 3 also underperformed relatively to the numbers that we were getting back then. I'll take those underperformances any day. Thanks, Chris Elson Broke. Make a poll on Patreon for new counts, but the patrons, that's a different populace. You know, the patrons are hardcore plugged in. They'll watch whatever, I assume. Or at least they'll be more likely to watch whatever, as opposed to the more casual general audience. So I don't know, man. Am I happy with my U2s? Yeah. I can show them, right, Ben, on camera? Because I know that that's going to be the cold open for Hell of a Summer, but can I show them right now? We've already revealed what they look like in images. Yeah, let me grab them. They're right over there. Do I think explicit... Thank you, Dan. Do I think explicit cuts affect performance by taking a chunk of first hour day one engagement away from the main video? No, even though there are thousands of views on the explicit cuts, it's not like tens of thousands of views. I don't think it's significant enough to impact algorithmically how YouTube treats the episodes. I don't think so. Maybe I'm wrong. Who fucking knows? But I think it's fine. Let me grab these YouTubes. These things fucking rule, dude. They're so good. 1 second. Look at these things, man. They're like this. I have a big ass head. Here's the size comparison. These things are solid. The little dead meat stitching. Like, this is so cool, dude. I can't believe we got to do this. Like, Universal had to sign off on these. They had to approve me as Chucky and Chelsea as Megan. And little doll buddies. I do wish we had, like, a Zoran as Billy or as Slappy or something, but, I mean, Universal doesn't own those, so. A business James, that'd be good, but I fucking love these things. They'll be available for pre-order real soon, I think on Friday. So. They're high quality. I'm impressed. I'm super impressed by these. Thanks, B-Works. Our plushie collection is out of fucking control. Why not Tiffany for, I don't know. I feel like Megan is fun. I feel like Megan is more Chelsea's style. Anyway, Hell of a Summer kill count will be out on Friday. Watch it. And got that trailer reaction. Oh, Zoran did a Dead by Daylight interview. And that'll probably be out on Dead Meat Presents on Saturday for us gamers in the house. James sounds unenthusiastic about this kill count. I'm just like, did I make a mistake doing it? You know? I'm trying to please everyone. That's impossible, but I was like, oh, it's a new movie with a young cast. Maybe, who knows? Who knows? Maybe next year it'll just be Puppet Master year. Hell of a Summer was better than the dog shit I Know What You Did Last Summer, said Nico. I don't know if I agree with that, but oh man. Anyone see I Know What You Did Last Summer? It did okay at the box office. Not great. It'll make money. It'll be a profit. Oh man. So if you haven't seen it and you want to avoid spoilers, maybe bounce, because I'm sure people are gonna chat. I won't say them aloud, but I'm sure people are gonna say it in the chat, so you might want to bounce. Yeah, we went and saw the world premiere of it, and we were watching, and you know, the first act, when the accident happens, I thought that everything leading up to that and that scene were really well done. I almost leaned over to Chelsea during the movie to say, yo, this is actually pretty good. I really like the new cast, the young cast playing the new characters, and I thought it's funny. The humor works for me for the most part. You know, there's always lines that I think are too hokey. Most of them were in the trailers, like, I should start drinking, shit like that. But Madeline Klein, probably the highlight of that movie. Her and, who's the guy in Him? Who plays her it ending on an Addison Rae song. Tyrick Weathers? What? No, Tyrick Westhera? Tariq? Oh, that was a big old typo from you, Captain Obvious. Tyreek Withers. Okay, he was in Atlanta. He's I thought they were great. I mean, the whole young cast was really good. Yeah, Tyreek Withers played Teddy. Withers, sorry. Tyreek Withers. He played Teddy. He's great. Madeline Klein, great. Very funny. Just some of their styles, their deliveries were great. The movie continued on, and I feel like it just got a little bit more generic as it went on. And by the midpoint, I was like, well, I had really enjoyed this. Now I feel like it's just okay. Then the ending happened, dude. Tyreek, thank you. Thank you, worst Fortnite player ever. The ending I fucking hated so much. It made me actively dislike the movie. It's just, ugh. Without spoiling too much, the reveal really doesn't work for me for various reasons, including one of the earlier kills does not line up with the stated motivation of the killer at all. At all. In fact, it is contradictory to their stated motivation. If they really had the motivation that they said they had, they would have wanted someone who was killed earlier alive. And then the ending scene with the characters talking by the water, fucking hated that. And it was a reshoot, and I wasn't surprised at all to learn it was a reshoot, because they added that scene and the scene prior revealing that character was alive. Originally, they were not supposed to survive it, so they changed it. They shot a film to make, or they shot a scene to reveal that they survived, and then have their conversation at the end, and it's awful. Froggy Fresh, good question. Mid-credit scene? That brings it back up. That brings it back up, dude. Mid-credit scene, fucking loved it. And if they make a sequel based on that, I will go see it. They got me. They fucking got me. I want to see the sequel based on that mid-credit scene. It fucking got me, dude. It made me happy. I don't know if it's doing well enough to make a sequel. The marketing was so weird. I felt like you saw some stuff for it, but then the week before it came out, it just like was silent. I don't know, man. So, yeah, I mean, I did not like the movie because of the ending. Didn't. But I'd watch the next one. I'm part of the problem. Someone said I'll always know what you did last summer was better. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Yeah. The release, also not great. But, I mean, when else are you going to release a film called I Know What You Did Last Summer? That's got to come out in the summer. Summer's when all these big blockbuster and superhero movies are coming out, you know? Yeah, that men therapy line is just... bleh. Oh my god. It's just like, oh, let's be... People say this on the internet. This is fun and modern. Let's say that. It doesn't make any fucking sense. It doesn't make any sense. Without spoiling, it doesn't make any fucking sense, dude. Oh, that last scene fucking sucks. I hate it so much. And then one of the lines that they say at the end, like, as the camera's pulling back, the little, like, throwaway, like, oh, actually, you know, this person's still alive. Like, what? That's a big deal. Oh, God, that scene sucks. All right. Anything else? Do I want to get this video copyright claimed by watching this Stranger Things teaser? This will surely get claimed if I watch this. Netflix is bleh. What I think about Clown in the Cornfield, I thought it was a lot of fun, Nico. I thought it was a fun, youth-oriented slasher. Thanks, LaFafe. A cameo in the next Chucky movie. That'd be great. Upcoming kill counts? Yeah, I'll do that instead. Instead of getting shit claimed. What do we got coming up? I'm sorry that the schedule's been so inconsistent, that we've had to move things around, that we've had off weeks. We're still delivering on the 3 kill counts a month promise I made, but I know that when those 3 come out has been a little back and forth, and I apologize for that. I hate that. I think it looks bad. But the reality is that we're doing a lot of other things that aren't kill counts, and then that kind of strains our resources, so that when there is an unexpected delay, like a big copyright claim or something of that nature, it can really throw things off. And I just have to be realistic and respectful of the team's time, you know? I don't want to... Because years ago, I would just have editors, like, work overtime and work weekends. And, you know, I would pay them extra for it. But I don't want that expectation anymore for them to have to do 10, 12-hour days. Even with the overtime pay, it's like... Money's cool, but time is the thing you can't get back. So I don't want to be disrespectful of anyone's time. So sometimes we just have to push things, and we try to make it work, and I apologize when it doesn't, but we're doing our best. Hell of a Summer is coming out this Friday. We are going to have another off week on the 1st. Apologies for that. But then we should have 3 kill counts in a row, and at least 2 of them have had enough work done to where I can confidently state they'll come out. It'll be Long Legs on Friday, August 8th. And then on August 15th, new kill count announcement. Wishmaster 2. Evil Never Dies. I'm doing it. So, hopefully people enjoy that as much as I did. It's got an all-timer kill. If you haven't seen Wishmaster 2, it has an all-timer kill. It would definitely be on my list of like 10 best kills ever. Oh, thank you, Half and Halfling. Also, yeah, Ben said, I miss when Dead Meat put out a kill count every week. Why'd they stop? Because we had a bad work-life balance. That's a big part of it, you know? Also, kill counts, especially in the beginning, just weren't as much work. We didn't put as much research into them. We didn't, you know, put as much... Sometimes I wonder if people notice the editing differences. Like, even something as simple as citing the source of what we're playing. One, playing different things. First couple years of kill counts, I rarely showed things outside of the movie footage. You know, interviews or like behind the scenes stuff, or if I would reference something, I would probably not show it. Nowadays, we like to mix as much media in as possible. So one, that takes a long time to find all those clips, ingest them into Premiere, get the time right, put them in. But even when I started doing that, we would just drop them in. Now we source them, because I think that's important to make sure that people know where they can find more if they want to. That takes time. I mean, that's putting that title in. It's all these little things that add up. That you know, kill counts are way different than they used to be and take a lot more work. And I could simplify them if I wanted to, go back and do it like they used to be, but that wouldn't satisfy me, and I'm not going to sit here and do a show that I'm not happy with. Thank you, Daniel Diaz. Y'all going into haunts, like horror nights this year? Yeah, I think we're going to be doing the red carpet thing again this year. Like we did last year. Us on the red carpet for Halloween Horror Nights, live streaming. Hopefully it won't be as hot. Last year, it was like 110 degrees or some shit. It was awful. It was horrible. No one wanted to stop and talk to us, so hopefully that'll be different this year. And then I'm hoping we can also go through some of the haunts with the talent involved, especially since some of the mazes this year are crazy. We got Terrifier, we got Jason. Got some good stuff. Thank you, Hooper. Appreciate it. I am excited for Weapons. Very much so. Weapons and Together seem like the two movies left this year that I really want to see. There's probably more. I didn't see your Super Chat Rosa replay, but thank you very much for it. Appreciate that. We did meet Lynn Shay last year. Yeah. And then, sure, you know what? This next kill count doesn't have as much work done on it. So, you know, maybe something will happen where it has to get pushed or something. But right now, the plan after Wishmaster 2 on August 15th, and then on August 22nd, the plan is finally American Werewolf in London. This is one of those movies, it's like how Maximum Overdrive used to be. This movie has been put on the kill count schedule so many times, only to get moved, postponed, delayed, constantly. It's just because it's a huge horror movie in its importance. So it's probably going to be a long episode, very in-depth. And so every time we would get to like a crunch time in the schedule, we would look ahead and be like, let's just move that. Because you're right, we got to do it right, Holdy. Ben says, every time I say, okay, James, it's time to work on this script, I see panic in his eyes. That's right. Are we going to do Paris too? No, not right now. You know, like my dream is like next year. We have our schedule pretty much set for the rest of this year, barring anything going nuts. But my dream is that next year I can just be like, okay, you want all these sequels? You miss when Dead Meat did franchises? Fine. That's all we're doing. And just do all the Oh, you're sad we didn't finish series? Well, here's Wolf Creek 2. Here's The Birds 2 Land's End. No, it'd be so bad. I wish we could. Here's Hills Have Eyes 2. Not the 2007 one that you've seen before. The 1985 one with, like, motocross. Here's Prom Nights 3 and 4. Here, well, actually, doing all the Hellraisers would be pretty dope. That'd be pretty cool. Oh my god, all the Evil Bong sequels. Not even in this hypothetical, silly, fantasy world I'm living in right now, Dinkles, where I spend a year doing all the sequels that I never did. Not even in that fake world would I do the Evil Bong sequels. I just wouldn't. Okay, I think that's it. I should probably go check on the guys in my kitchen and make sure they're not sitting there huffing the paint they're supposed to be putting on the walls. Oh, the Children of the Corn. See, I would definitely do the Children of the Corn sequels before I ever did the Evil Bongs. Fuck the Evil Bongs. Children of the Corns, you know, I would get to a certain point. I would at least like to do 2 and 3. I feel like maybe the first 6, because 666 is Isaac's return. Maybe that's when, maybe that would be a good time to stop after that. All right. I will be at a HorrorCon in Manchester that, yes, Blue Ski. I'll be there at For the Love of Horror, it's called, in October. James, what movies are coming out this week? Why is that important, Ben? I don't know, Ben. You tell me. You're the one who put him there. Is there like a big one? Oh, Bambi the Reckoning. That's coming out. House on Eden. I haven't seen that yet. I have a screener I should watch. Then why do I do it, says Ben? Because sometimes, Ben, I'm in the mood to look at it. But if it takes you time, if it takes you too much time to do, you can save that time. Maybe. I don't know, man. Sometimes I feel like doing it. Sometimes I feel like watching trailers. Sometimes I don't. I'm just trying to float on the vibes, bro. I just feel like it is most spiritually nourishing for me to like just go with the flow. Just do what feels good, man. I think that's like best for my soul, you know? Yeah. All right. Cool. Go out there and nourish your souls, everybody. Do that for me. That's what I say you gotta do. Thanks. Bye.